Hi, I'm Danny, and this is Comics Talk. Welcome to our first issue. Today, in our first issue, we will be discussing G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 21 from 1984. This comic has a special place in my heart, as whenever I was a young child, I went to my mailbox one day, and there in this brown wrapped bit of paper, I slid it out, and there was this issue of G.I. Joe. It has a beautifully drawn cover by Larry Hama and Klaus Janson. We all know who Klaus Janson is. He was the artist who drew during the Miller years of Daredevil. He worked on The Dark Knight Returns. He did Batman, Death and the Maidens. This guy is a veteran who's been around for a long time and has worked on some great works. Larry Hama wrote the issue, and in this issue, the really cool thing about it is it's a completely silent issue. There are no words, no word bubbles, no thought bubbles, no sound effects. The entire story is told completely in a sequential art form. It's done with great facial expressions, great action, great weight to the way scenes are set. It's a story of Storm Shadow, who has returned to the Cobra base with a package, and this package that he delivers to Cobra Commander is the G.I. Joe Scarlet. They take her away and basically lock her in a hole in the ground in this castle in the dungeon somewhere, and Storm Shadow begins to interrogate her. While this is going on, we see an aerial shot, and this aerial shot is a big C-130, and the back opens up, and inside, clad head to toe in black, is Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes parachutes out of the back of this aircraft and begins to try to land and find his way inside to rescue his companion. We then go back to Scarlet and Storm Shadow, who is trying to interrogate her. He's trying to break her, but her defiance is so well shown through the use of her facial expressions. He tries to be tender to her, and she bites his hand. During all of this, Destro, the Cobra arms dealer, he realizes that someone has infiltrated their base, which is really done through a pretty funny and clever way, as we see Snake Eyes drop a Cobra soldier off the top of a tower, and he falls past Destro's window in a very comedic sort of way. Which goes to show you that not only is this very serious tale told, but there's also elements of humor in it. Storm Shadow is called away. When Storm Shadow is called away, we see the ingenuity of Scarlet. She doesn't need to be rescued. She's rescuing herself. She picks the locks and escapes. We see Storm Shadow gather his fellow ninjas and prepares to go and hunt for Snake Eyes. Scarlet and Snake Eyes then really go on their own two divergent paths in this story, as she attempts to escape and he is still trying to get to her, fighting his way through all of these Cobra operatives. And he has, of course, a really cool ninja fight where we really start to see the ninja skills of Snake Eyes being highlighted for the first time. Scarlet finds a claw jetpack and she escapes into the night, but as she's flying off, she sees Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow battling on top of a tower, and she lands just as Storm Shadow is hurling his sword, and it's she's trying to protect her teammate. The sword goes flying at her, and of course, in Snake Eyes fashion, he catches it like a pro ninja, hurls it off to the side, grabs onto Scarlet, and they fly off into the night. And there is two panels that end this story that I think are very significant in the G.I. Joe, especially Snake Eyes Storm Shadow mythology. As they're flying off, you can see Snake Eyes has his arm around Scarlet as they're flying off, and his sleeve is ripped, and for the first time we see his red Arashikage tattoo. In the next scene, it's Storm Shadow looking up into the night as they are flying away, and his wrap has come undone on his arm. And we see his Arashikage tattoo. And there, for the first time, we are starting to see the connection between these two characters. A pretty significant book for the G.I. Joe mythology. I know that this particular book has influenced a lot of writers and artists who all saw this great story told through nothing but pictures. And as a kid, it really rang a bell with me and made me look at comics in a way that I'd never looked at them before. It really caused me to have a fascination with the fact that you could tell great stories through nothing but pictures, through great artwork and artistry. And that's really such a great staple of comic books, is the fact that there is all this great artwork and artistry as well as great writing. And it's the marrying of the two that I think makes comics great. Thank you for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed. If you get a chance, go out and find you a copy of G.I. Joe 21. It's a very fun read. You will find all kinds of things about it you like. They're great artwork, great storytelling, fun characters, all the things that we enjoy about comics. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like, leave comments in the comments section. If you have any books you would like me to review, please leave a comment about it. I am more than happy to go out and read more comics and read about things I haven't read, or read things I've already read and talk about them. We'll be talking about all kinds of comics throughout the next few issues we do, and please come back and watch us again. Thank you.